Wolf from Justice Rescue joins us. And Wolf, from what I understand, we're in a position where you've got a lot of dogs that need to find forever homes right now.
You know, it's really crazy. We have so many. We're being called on so many different calls, whether it be strays or whether it be abuse cases, which we've had a lot of recently. And we're just overwhelming with the amount of dogs that we have in our care right now that we need to get out for adoption.
Now, as far as these dogs go, are there any in particular? I know on your Facebook page, Justice Rescue, they can check out some of these dogs, but are there any in particular that you're really fond of that need to be moved into a forever home?
Like you said, there's so many out there. We got Hannah, we have, Encore, we have Sebastian, we have a ton of dogs. We pretty much have a dog for any household.
Now, as far as like the ones you mentioned, are these pit bulls? What type of dogs are they?
We have shepherds, we have pugs, we have Rottweilers, we have Corsos, we have beagles. Abuse doesn't have its limits with what breed. There is.
Well, what have you been up to this week? Have you been on any new cases this week?
Yeah, we're out probably 3 to 5 times minimum a day, and it was really, it was awful, but it was kind of new for me as we got to rescue an alligator this week.
So now, how big of an alligator?
It was a little over 4 foot.
So a 4-foot alligator, is this like a baby alligator? How do we define what a 4-foot alligator is?
I really don't know the different species and breeds and all of that. All I know is when it hissed, it sounded 10 foot long.
So explain this to me now. So you've got a 4-foot alligator. Now you go in expecting to find dogs. You find an alligator. Now, your training is in a bunch of this stuff, but first time with an alligator, what's going through your mind when you see this alligator?
That's exactly it. This is an alligator, and what do I do now? It was living in a bathtub in a basement, and the water was so bad it was like a green slime. It was really like thick, like slime dripping, and it was terrible. It had a case over it, had gasoline cans, a kiddie pool. This alligator was in there for a long time. You know what?
It's odd, though, because with dogs, for instance, we say, dogs. Like, we all have a sympathy for a dog. I don't know too many people that have alligator, like a sympathy for an alligator. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a weird thing.
Yeah, you don't hear too much about it. That's what it is. I think that, anybody that has any kind of feelings toward anything that, it feels pain, hunger, cold, just like we do. It has, it's a live being. So, hopefully there's a lot of people out there that have compassion for how they're treated as well.
Sure, but they could also eat you.
Yeah.
I appreciate what you do, obviously, but it's just weird how we think of these things. Like, some people may hear the story about the lion who got shot by the dentist, and you may go, oh, that's a sad story. And some people may go, well, yeah, or he could have been eaten by the lion. It's like, it's not the same thing when you think of a dog or a cat,
Yeah. I believe that all those species should be left in their own habitat, and if you're going to have them in captivity, that you do everything necessary to take care of
I agree.
Whatever animal it is.
Sure.
And that's what wasn't happening here. We actually ended up getting the alligator out, getting it to a vet, and actually ended up at a refuge for alligators.
Do veterinarians actually do work on alligators?
Some of them do, yeah. It's just like any other reptile, I guess.
They're like, hey, I need to make an appointment for Sparky. All right, bring Sparky in. No, that's an alligator.
Yeah, it was crazy because I did have a hard time finding somebody to say yes.
I can imagine. Now, we're talking with Wolf from Justice Rescue. They got a lot of dogs that they need to find homes for, and you can see a lot of these animals at Justice Rescue's Facebook page. They do great things. Now, as far as your event last week, how did that all go?
It went great. We ended up probably around $3,000 in total for the care of the animals. Right now, we have about $15,000 in vet bills, so that's going to go toward that. It was a good time.
And if people want to help out, they can make donations or they can buy some of the stuff you need at Amazon.com, correct?
Yeah, you can find everything on our website, justice-rescue.com, and anywhere from donating, adopting, volunteering, fostering, just go to our website and you can help out. We're 100% nonprofit, and we're ran with a bunch of volunteers just trying to help these animals that need us.
All right, Wolf, it's always great talking to you, and I know that you guys are always busy. You're always out on calls, but I'm going to post it on my Facebook as well, some of these dogs that need to find forever homes. And if someone sees a dog and they want this particular dog, what's the process they have to go through?
Right there on the website, they can find out where to fill out the application and email some of our adoption counselors. I'd like to also mention that anybody that calls in within the next couple of days, or anybody that fills out the application, rather, we're running a waive the fee special for any dog that has been with us over 6 months. So, the same checks need to apply. We're not just giving out dogs to anybody. You still need to go through our adoption process and get approved. But once you're approved, any dog that's been with us 6 months or longer is a no-charge fee at this point, which is normally $450 by the time you do the spay, the neuter, the vaccination, the microchipping. We offer free training when it comes to it. It's really beneficial to come to us, and, that will open a space for another dog to come out of an abusive situation.
You guys do great things. I love what you do, Wolf, and we're going to do it again next week. Justice Rescue, the Facebook. You can see all these dogs, Justice-Rescue, rather. You can also see the show on YouTube on the Justice Unchained page there. Great stuff, Wolf. We'll talk to you next week, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Everybody be safe.
You do. You do the same thing, man. He's out there. They do some great stuff with these animals.